So I do this. When I go after candidates for not doing what I think they should do, it's because I support them and I want them to do better and I want better for the country. Bernie Sanders is doing a hell of a job. And I think if I could critique him, which I do, then I can applaud him. And I can also applaud his people. Senator Nina Turner, David Sirota, Breonna, and I'm sure there are people that I don't know, whose names that don't just rattle off the top of my, dome. But they're doing a good job with Bernie, and I just want to make sure they're rattling it off in a way that shows it's ingrained. Cornel West would be proud. I know Cornel West saw this clip, and he smiled. That's Brother Bernie. Now, the second part of the clip where Bernie was talking about part of the reason, because the Washington Post reporter asked him, hey, are you thinking you're going to get a fair shake? Are you going to get a fair shot out of the DNC this time around? And if you think you are, why do you think this? And Bernie said, it's not so much that I'm paranoid that the establishment's out to get me, but the point is I'm going up against the establishment. That's the thing about Bernie Sanders, man, that I think most people just don't get, or the people that are so dead set against Bernie because they're still hurt about Hillary. Bernie takes on the establishment. That's what you want. There's an establishment in the military-industrial complex. Bernie's willing to take them on. There's an establishment in the healthcare industry. Bernie's taking them on. Establishment in the insurance companies. Bernie's taking them on. Establishment in big tech. Bernie's taking them on. Bernie's taking them on in insurance, in the guns, in all walks from private prisons. You name it, Bernie's calling them out. Do you think that makes Bernie the guy they invite to the parties? Hey, man, the fact of the matter is Bernie don't do private fundraisers, but he wouldn't be able to raise those funds anyway because they hate him. Let us not forget, Bernie Sanders is the only candidate in this race that has a wall of shame for rich, powerful people. Some of them billionaires, other CEOs of major corporations. Bernie Sanders is the only one that they said, get him out of here. We don't want him. We'll take anybody else but Bernie. Why did they say that? He's the threat. Elizabeth Warren ain't the threat. Why? If Elizabeth Warren was the threat, why isn't she considered the Antichrist? That's what they call him, Bernie, the Antichrist. That's what big corporations, CEOs, and billionaires are calling Bernie. An existential threat to the system. Hey, TYT and Cenk Uygur and Emma Vigeland and all of you who ignore me because I'm nobody. I get it. Why? Paying me attention would only make me bigger. You wouldn't want the foremost black progressive channel to actually get bigger. You wouldn't want that to happen. I get it. If Elizabeth Warren is so great, why isn't she ostracized to the level of Bernie Sanders? I'm just saying, since there, it was like almost a coin toss between who's best, so I'm going to go with Elizabeth Warren because, well, if she is so progressive, why aren't the CEOs saying, no, Elizabeth, get her out of here? Why is she suddenly so acceptable? If her commitment to progressive issues that are they're directly in opposition to the interests of corporations, which is to make more money, increase their bottom line, increase profit, lower costs, salaries, vacation, health care, cut back on benefits, keep more money, send jobs overseas, pay pennies on the dollar. If that's their goal, why aren't they more pissed off with Elizabeth Warren? Why aren't they putting out information like the Third Way trying to destroy Elizabeth Warren? Why is she immune to them? Why are they okay with her?